The U.S. Air Force has completed the initial phase of its OAX light attack experiment at Holloman Air Force Base in New Mexico. The experiment put the Sierra Nevada or Embraer A-29 Super Tucano, Beechcraft AT-6 Wolverine, Textron Scorpion Jet and the Air Tractor or L3 Platform AT-802L Longsword through their paces in various operational scenarios that the aircraft might face in combat. Among the scenarios were close air support, air interdiction, combat search and rescue, strike coordination and reconnaissance missions. The Air Force's pilots used a mix of weapons generally employed by tactical aircraft for its evaluation. Among the evaluators were 3 Air Force test pilots from Edwards Air Force Base in California. .416th pilots were selected based on the desire to have test pilots evaluate handling qualities, performance, and pilot vehicle interface characteristics of the experiment aircraft. Major Ryan Fancher, 416th FLTS Assistant Director of Operations at Edwards AFB, said in an Air Force release. This evaluation was completed in conjunction with separate flights by operational test pilots to get a fairly comprehensive look at the aircraft's capabilities and mission suitability. As test pilots, the Edwards personnel examined the flight characteristics and flight controls of the 4 aircraft. After the experiment sortie, each pilot submitted a pilot report and a separate survey in order to capture pertinent handling qualities, performance and pilot vehicle interface aspects of the aircraft, Fancher said. While the flying portion of the OAX experiment is now complete, the evaluators still have to write their reports and submit their findings. Once it evaluated the data, the Air Force might test the aircraft during actual combat operations in a current theater of war. Potentially the aircraft could be sent to Afghanistan or Iraq where there is little in the way of a surface-to-air threat and no air-to-air threat. Indeed, if the OAX experiment pans out, the service might buy a number of light attack aircraft to take the burden off the Air Force's fleet of 4th and 5th generation fighters. I would expect this fall, or certainly by December or January, that we would make a decision on whether to do a follow-on experiment. It would be a combat experiment, and which aircraft might participate in that, U.S. Air Force Secretary Heather Wilson told my colleague Valerie Encina of Defense News. We would probably bring it to the theater. I'm not sure exactly what missions they would run, but one of the things we can do is see how it connects up with command and control systems, those kinds of things. Certainly a fleet of OAX aircraft would ease the burden on the Air Force's expensive 4th and 5th generation aircraft, which cost tens of thousands of dollars per hour to operate. A production OAX would also provide air power options for allies who might not be able to afford, or even need, an aircraft like the Lockheed Martin F-16C Fighting Falcon or the stealthy F-35 Joint Strike Fighter.
match their speed. And, we can, yeah, let's go over the top. Alright, I am ready for pod extension.
Okay, we're ready.
I'm gonna slow down just a hair for the pod extension.
Go. You guys are pretty good at speeds. I'm running at about 40 flaps. I'm good up to 300 knots.
We'll take 2-2.